Some of y'all remember that cranberry juice video that hit about 130,000 views. Well, today we're going to show you what else you can do after you strain your juice. We're making an amazing cranberry soda and a no-waste cranberry fruit leather that might be the best part of it all. And the thing I love about this is simple. This entire project comes from a single bag of cranberries. Now, on the homestead, we stretch what we have, we use what we've got, and we turn simple, humble ingredients into something special. Let's start where it all began, with the cranberry juice. We took fresh cranberries, washed them, and picked through them. Then we put about 1.5 cups of cranberries per jar, and then 1/2 cup of sugar, and a teaspoon of lemon juice. The lemon juice adds brightness and makes sure that the acidity is where we need it. We then filled the jars to a 1-inch headspace with filtered water, put on our lids and rings, and then water bath that for 15 minutes. And when that's done, we put them on the shelf and we let them sit for a full 4 weeks. Now be patient, don't rush it. That's how you get this beautiful ruby red color that you see in the jar. The longer it sits, the deeper and richer that color gets. It's one of those rewards for being patient. And once those jars are ready, that's when the fun begins. The next part is where things get really interesting, that naturally carbonated cranberry soda. Start by pouring a jar of your cranberry juice through a sieve or a strainer and then set those berries aside. We're going to use them later. Nothing gets wasted. Next, fill a 1-liter flip-top bottle with the cranberry juice, leaving about 1 inch of headspace. That little pocket of air is what lets the carbonation build up. Now, add 3 tablespoons of sugar. This isn't for added sweetness. This is to feed the yeast so we can carbonate our soda. You can also reserve about 1/4 cup of juice, warm that a little bit, and mix your sugar into that first. Then you pour that back into the bottle. Either way works. Next, we're going to add just 1/8 teaspoon of champagne yeast. It doesn't take much. We're not trying to brew wine, we're just making bubbles. Now, we got to let it ferment. So cap it tight, give it a gentle shake to mix in the yeast, and leave it at room temperature for 24 to 48 hours. After 48 hours, burp the top. If you hear a little pop and see some fizz form at the top of the bottle, you know it's carbonated. If you want it fizzier, let it go a little longer, but keep an eye on it. Once it's where you want it, put it in the fridge to slow down the fermentation process. Always chill your soda after fermenting. Cold liquids hold carbonation better and you won't paint the ceiling with it. This soda's bright, it's crisp, it's slightly tart and naturally fizzy. It's just really, really good, so take your time to enjoy it. And now to the really cool part, the no-waste fruit leather. This comes from the leftover cranberry pulp that most folks throw away, but not here. On the homestead, scraps become ingredients. We blended about 4.5 cups of pulp with 1/2 cup of water. The water is just to help the berries blend, so don't use too much. If you add too much water now, you'll spend longer cooking it down later. Pour the blended berries into a saucepan, and we use our Dutch oven, and bring them to a simmer over medium heat. While that's heating up, add 1/2 cup of sugar. You could also use honey here. You want this to be just a little sweeter than your final leather because the sweetness is going to mellow out as it dries. Let that come to a gentle simmer while stirring it constantly. Cranberries have a lot of natural pectin, so this mixture will get thick pretty quick. Now what you're trying to do here is cook off the extra water and let this mixture tighten up into something that'll dry evenly. After 10 to 12 minutes, it should be noticeably thicker, almost like a warm applesauce. When it hits that consistency, you're ready for the next step. Pour it onto your dehydrator solid tray and spread it thin. Somewhere between 1/8 and 1/4 inch thick is perfect. Run your dehydrator to 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 to 8 hours. If you don't have a dehydrator, you can use a parchment-lined baking pan and pop that in the oven on the lowest setting you have for 3 to 5 hours. Whatever you do, keep an eye on it and remove it when it develops a leathery consistency and then peels cleanly off of your tray or your parchment paper. It should be flexible enough to bend and roll without cracking. Let it cool, slice it, roll it up, and enjoy. Now this can be stored in the fridge for about 2 weeks, but let's be honest, it's not going to last that long, at least not around here. So, from just 4 cups of cranberries, here's what we made. 3 quarts of shelf-stable juice, a little more than 1 liter of naturally carbonated cranberry soda, and an amazing fruit leather made from pulp that most folks throw away. And that right there, that's homesteading. Stretching the harvest, using every scrap, turning simple ingredients into food worth being proud of. If you were one of the folks that watched our original cranberry video, thank you. If you want more homestead recipes, no waste ideas, and real food made with real ingredients, stick around. We got plenty more coming. Happy homesteading.